Hello gamers, this is David with RPG Battles, coming to you to show you an unboxing of our standees and how we can assemble them and add a little bit of flair to your gameplay. What I've wanted to show you is that when the standees come, they are laser cut components. The notice here talks about laser cut items have a slight amount of soot on and around the edges, which can be quickly wiped off. Also have a campfire-like smell for about a week after being taken out of their bag, and that is true. They will off-gas a little bit as they are coated with a UV protectant to allow you to dry erase mark on them. Also allows you to do what we're going to do, which is prep them for our assembly by getting rid of some of that excess soot. And so what we do is we just take the damp paper cloth and kind of wipe them down on the outside so that we catch some of that. You can see that dirt, that soot from the laser cutting comes off, and the damp paper cloth isn't going to hurt them at all. They are laminated with a UV protectant, and as long as you don't set them in water, then just wipe them down. That just helps get rid of that excess soot and helps them not, your fingers don't pick up that soot and then smudge them. So what we're going to do is create standees that have a weighted base. And I like to do that because, you know, it gives not only a little extra something for the standee to stand upright, but also because RPG Battles takes place in a forest setting with grassland, you're going to end up with standees that have kind of a more finished look to them. Like this one with the rogue shows the armor class and her attack bonus with her primary weapon. But also you'll notice the base has this grass on it that helps it fit in with the game board just a little bit more, have a little more finished effect. You can pick up grass at any game store. It comes in little tins like this. You can get them bigger, smaller. Citadel makes some that I like. It's called glade grass, and you'll see this stuff is kind of it's kind of powdery, and what we're going to use that to create the grass effect. And so when you first get your standees, you get them in, you wipe them off, and then what you want to do is kind of punch them out, just delicately punch them so that you don't tear them, and the base also pops out of the laser cut. And so with those two, you can see the slot in each just fits in. It's kind of snug, so what you do is you push it in there so that it fits together nicely and evenly, so that the base is even. You can see kind of nice and smooth, and that helps it stand upright. And as is very usable. In fact, if you keep them like this, you can pull the stand off and it helps store them flat. But what I like to do is create this kind of grass effect for the bases. And so for the large animal like the Minotaur, you've got to get the large bases from just your local home improvement store. And the large ones need a larger washer, and so this helps create that weighted base for the Minotaur. For the Rogue, we actually picked up a pack of these flat washers, 3/8 inch inside diameter, just the galvanized ones, and these, you know, just sit like this. So if you put it down on the table, what I use is Gorilla Glue, and Gorilla Glue super glue gel doesn't run as much, and so what I end up doing is taking it, giving it a couple taps to get it down to the tip, and then just put a couple of dots, really, of this gel onto the 4 quadrants of your standee so that the gel will adhere. Just put that down onto the washer. And the washer, the super glue, at least the Gorilla Glue, dries in about 10 seconds. And so with the washer adhered to the Standee, then that gives us, not only the weighted effect of the base, gives it a little bit more stability when you're moving it around, but it also gives us the ability to add that grass texture to the base itself. And so for the grass, instead of super glue, which is more expensive, I use the glue all, just some Elmer's white all-purpose glue, and I poured it into this little ramekin. And I like kind of using this brush, but you could use a toothpick, you could use your finger, it doesn't matter. But just apply it kind of liberally to the 4 quadrants of the washer. Really can't put on too much because it dries clear, creates lots of surface area for the grass when you apply it to adhere to. You just want to try to be careful not to get it onto the upright of the Standee itself, because grass stays on the ground generally. All right, so with the Elmer's in place, you're ready to apply the grass. And so what I do is kind of hold the Standee over the top of the container, get a clump of it in your hand, and then just kind of let it mist, if you will, fall kind of down just naturally onto the base until there's a good amount, usually a lot, more than you need, onto the glue, and it'll just adhere from the stickiness of the glue onto the washer. And if you put on more than you need, then what you're going to do afterwards, after we're done here, is just kind of shake it a little bit and let the excess grass that isn't touching the glue fall off, kind of there. And what you've got is a finished Standee now that has a grass texture to the base, fits in well with the game board, creates that more finished effect. A lot less work than maybe a lead figure or miniature, but gives just that more polished look to the game. All right, thanks for watching today. Hope that helped you get the most out of RPG battles as you prepare to game. Thanks much.